Hey folks, I'm Elia and I wanted to show you a little bit about the domestic side of woodworking here. I've got a piece of pine and I wanted to show you how to raise dents. The first thing to say is that it's a lot easier, or the easier it is to dent a piece of wood, the easier it is to raise the dent. So oak is a lot harder to raise dents in than pine is. So I've got a piece of white pine here, which is what I make my chair seats out of, and I get dents in it a lot. So first we need to make a dent. Oftentimes when I'm driving a wedge in, I'll get a little dent there. One thing to note is if you whack it hard enough that you actually tear the fibers, you can't fix it. You've actually already, cut wood, and so you can't put wood back together again by adding water, unfortunately. But it will pull out some of that dent. It just won't all go away. So you wet a rag, you put it on top. Oh, another thing to note here is that before I got on the camera, oh, that dent's already half gone. I dented the piece of wood and then planed it down, because this is something that happens. You want to raise dents rather than cut them off, because if you cut them off, if you watch here, you're going to end up with a little bump. So at any rate, add heat and steam. When you're raising dents, it's often true. So that dent's gone. This one, we got about half of it gone. And here we've actually got a little ridge. See my fingernails catching on it. So we've got a bump. When you're raising dents, it's usually a bell curve. You get about 3/4 of the dent out immediately, and then it can take, if you got a really deep dent, a long time to get the last 10% of it out. But eventually you can. So at any rate, easy to do, and fixes a lot of problems.